hand for me. Do my best. The whole room raised their hand. Okay, this will be fine.
How's everybody today?
Yeah.
Good. Well, final thoughts on the Chattanooga game basically is, we took our opponents seriously and came out and got the result that we wanted. We started fast in the game, executed well. Still lots of things to learn and improve on. Obviously, the Iron Bowl is one of the great rivalry games in college football. Something that you look forward to as a competitor. It's also something that is a great opportunity to be able to play in. And I don't think that anybody needs to pay attention to, what happened in the past, what happened in the last game, what somebody's record is. Anytime you play in a rivalry game, it's going to be a highly competitive, tough, very physical game, and that's what everybody needs to get ready for. I think, Auburn has, Hugh Freeze has done a fantastic job there, with his team this year. They played very competitively in all their games. They're 6-5. They've won some games really well, but they do a great job of running the football. I think that they've got a very difficult offense to prepare for with the multiples that they give you, different ways that they run the ball, the way the both quarterbacks really can, add to the running game. Tight end. Number 13 is a really good player, really good receiver. Number 5 is a really good receiver. Defensively, they played really well all year long. They got some good players, got some edge rushers, they got some people that can create some problems for you, as well as they're very good on special teams. They're very aggressive in terms of what they do on special teams. They've got really good specialists. Kicker and the punter both are, leaders in the SEC. So this is a challenging game for us, and I think our guys need to have the right mindset of what it's going to take to be successful in a game like this, especially playing on the road.
Start here with Nick.
Yeah, how would you assess the way your offensive line has played in recent weeks?
We're playing better. I think we've made steady improvement. I think the improvement has come from better communication and, better, technical execution from a technique standpoint, hand placement, foot placement, that kind of stuff. Second step on the ground, I think all those things have helped. I think pass protection has improved. But that's something that we need to continue to improve on.
Nick Alvarez.
How well do you think Jalen Melrose protected himself as a runner this season?
As a what?
As a runner.
Protected himself as a runner.
Well, I think, Jalen is obviously someone that has great capabilities as a runner. I think he's been pretty effective in his choices of when to step up in the pocket, when to run, when he has an opportunity to make a play, when he doesn't. But I think the thing he's developed is the ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays in the passing game, even when the pocket breaks down. And I think he's been an effective runner for us. When we've had perimeter plays that involve reads on his part to get to the perimeter. So I think both those things help us overall offensively in terms of what the defense has to defend.
Charlie.
Hey, Coach. Just what kind of progress have you seen from Terrion Arnold over the course of the season?
Terrion has really done a good job for us. Because of injuries, he's had to play multiple positions, which has been challenging for him. He's had to play some star at times, which in some cases, when guys went out of the game, he didn't have a lot of reps at it. But he's been a trooper at, doing it and, trying to look at it as a challenge and go out and, improve each week. His coverage ability has been very good, and I think he played extremely well.
From Kennington.
Good afternoon, Coach. I know during fall camp, building up depth along the defensive line was a priority. After 11 weeks, how has that group grown and evolved?
Yeah, I think we've had some young guys that have really, come along and shown some improvement. Some of them played, toward the end of, last game. So I feel good about the progress that we've made in that group. And, I just think that, our ability to stop the run is going to be critical in this game. And for us to play physical on the line of scrimmage and play really good technique with whoever's playing is going to be the most important thing that we need to do in preparation for this game.
Back to Ryan.
Coach, when Hugh Freeze got introduced as the Auburn head coach, one of the first things he mentioned was the relationship with you. He said when he left Ole Miss, you and Miss Terry were really there for him during even time when he wasn't coaching. What is that relationship like for the fans? I know this is a big rivalry, but you guys have a special relationship, the two of you.
Look, I played against all kind of guys and all kind of coaches that coach for me, that I'm good friends with, whether it was Belichick when we were together, and then all of a sudden I'm at Miami and he's in New England. All the guys in college coaching that you have to play against. I've always been a guy that has a lot of respect for coaches and what we do to try to promote our game and how we try to impact young people as players. So I don't think you have to really, I think you can have a relationship with somebody and still compete like crazy when you play against each other, but it's really not personal. The outcome of the game is really not personal. You're doing the best you can to get your team to play the best, and I respect that as a coach. And we're going to do the best we can to get our team to play the best as a coach, and hopefully, people respect that. So, but at the end of the day, does it have to affect your relationship? I don't think so. I don't think you have to dislike somebody or have an adversarial relationship with somebody to actually compete against them.
Go to the left, Boston.
Yeah, regardless of record, it seems like it's always a really competitive game when you guys go to Jordan-Hare Stadium. What do you think makes that place such a difficult place to win?
Well, I think it's, if we're going to have success there, we're going to have to execute. Anytime you play on the road in this league, it's a difficult place to play. This is no different. But, people talk about all the crazy stuff that happens in this game. But since I've been here, the team that should have won the game based on who played the best. So I think the focus needs to be on, how we're going to play and how we're going to execute and do what we do and what kind of consistency are we going to be able to maintain in a difficult environment, which, we had this challenge several times before, and this one's going to be just as difficult as any of the rest.
Chase?
I've heard your good friend Bill Belichick say that the concept of halftime adjustments is really overrated because I guess adjustments get made during the first half because there's no sense in waiting. You can get hurt by that. So with that in mind, how effective is this coaching staff at staying on top of adjustments during the first half so that when you get into the half, the time is more about message, motivation, or whatever else?
No, I think it's a combination of both. I love Bill, don't get me wrong, but I don't always agree with him. I didn't always agree with him when I worked with him. Anyway, and I'm sure he'll say he didn't always agree with me. But anyway, we're making adjustments between every series. We're going over the previous series, whether it's offense, defense, or whatever. They ran this stunt, we didn't block it right, or they ran this formation, we didn't adjust to it correctly. But we also draw those things up as the game progresses, so we can actually show the players those plays and some of the things that they did, as maybe you've already covered it, maybe you didn't have a chance to cover it, but we kind of do both. And then if there's something different that we want to do, sometimes you don't like to do it until you can get everybody in front of you and you can explain it a little better than you can on the sidelines. So there are occasions where you want to make adjustments to things when everybody can see it, because it doesn't just affect one group. Sometimes, okay, we're going to change how we play this, that may affect the outside backers and the inside backers as well. So I think both things are really, really important, and I think both things actually occur during a game.
Mike Rodak?
Tommy Reese was named a semifinalist today for the Broyles Awards. What can you say about what he's done to grow in his role this year?
Well, obviously we nominated him, so we thought he's done a pretty good job, and I think he's done a great job of transforming our offense and players and how they've improved. And I think that's made a huge difference in the confidence on our team offensively as well as our team in general. So I think he's done an outstanding job.
Go to Matt.
Can a team taking a loss like Auburn did on Saturday sort of galvanize them, make them more dangerous this week?
I can't answer that. You know, I just can't answer that. I think you'd be better served to ask them, you know, that question. But, you know, I think everybody pays attention when things don't go well and they want to get it right. And I have enough respect, and we have enough respect that they'll probably do the same.
Okay, I think we'll finish up here with Kurt.
Coach, if you, I know how you prepare, you do the same thing every week, respect all of your opponents, but I wonder if any time in your career you've ever taken some time for preparation for one game in anticipation of another, and if so, how that came out?
No, I never, in college football, I've never done that. In pro football, you know, sometimes you do a little bit of work on the next team only because it's really, really difficult. That's not something that works well for me because, you know, I'm sort of geared in on what you have to do in that particular game, and I don't like to commingle different things before that game is over. But I will admit in pro ball, not because of a particular opponent, it was just the best use of your time. To be able to, you know, you didn't practice very long on Friday with the players, walk through on Saturday, so you had quite a bit more time before you ever played a game. And you weren't with the players all the time. You know, we're with the players here a significant amount of time. You know, like Thursday we practice, Friday we have walkthrough, Friday we have meetings, we eat with them, we have meetings Friday night. So you don't have all those things, you know, in pro ball. So, you know, sometimes there's a little time to try to get ahead, but it was not something that ever worked very well for me.
All right, Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.